Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my first Julia chapter, and if you don't know what this is a vlog series that I'm starting on my channel. It's just to give you some advice and just to talk to you guys. Sometimes it's just fun to talk to you guys about stuff that's not ASMR related. I don't know, so I guess some of you guys don't think that, but you know, I like it. So anyways, I got requested a few times to do some videos, and today I'm actually going to start off with a request. I think the next video I'm going to do a topic video that I kind of talked a little bit about on my Facebook. So I think I might alternate between like a request and my advice video, or like what I wanted, like my topic choice. I guess it just depends. These won't be uploaded all the time. They very rarely will be uploaded once a week. This might be like a 2-3 week thing. It really just depends. So today's topic is back to school organization. I know a lot of people are going to go start. August is coming up and people are going back to school. In my area, they start about mid-August. My district and where I live and stuff. I don't start school till September, like almost the end of September. So I've got a while, but I don't know when you guys start, so I thought better early than wait till, like, you know, I get to school, because school would have already started for some people for like a month. So thank you to the person who requested this. This is something that has taken me years to kind of get and do well at, is to be like to understand and to do well in school by being organized. That makes sense. I don't think that made sense, but anyways. So let me give you a little bit of background-ish information. So if you guys don't know, I'm a sophomore going on to a junior in college. It's very surreal to me that I'm getting this old. I feel like just yesterday I was a 16-year-old girl and who just wanted to have fun, hang out with friends, didn't care about school that much, and you know, yeah, cared about boys, all that kind of stuff. But it feels weird to think that being 16 was like 4 years ago. Anyways, so I'm not sure what level of school you're at, to the person who requested this, so I'm going to try to make this as broad as possible, but this is really my organization that I've had since I've been in college, and has really worked out tremendously for me personally. And I know some of the things aren't everybody's, the way they like to organize. It's really a personal preference and what works for you, but these are just some ideas. So in high school, I had no organization whatsoever. I feel like a part of the reason is because I was lazy and I had so much stuff. Like, if I had 7 teachers, sorry, I can't remember, and that required different things. So I would have like 5 notebooks and 3 binders and a couple folders, and it was just so much stuff to keep track of. And they give you a locker and everything, but when you're in a rush, like remembering to grab a binder and to grab a notebook and grab this and grab that, it doesn't work a lot of the times, because you're trying to be you're trying to do things fast and efficiently, but if you have so much stuff, it's really hard to keep track of all of it. And like, I would forget stuff at home, a lot of times. It was really a lot of times I forget to bring things home rather than like leave them home. It was just the fact of like going to my locker and then grabbing everything. And then on top of that, you add like books, and then you have that all in your book bag. Like, they're like, don't put too many books in your book bag, and you're like, well, I can't help it. You're telling me to take, every teacher's telling me to take home a book and read it, and I have like 70 pounds on my back. And you're like, and they tell you not to do that, but then you have to, or you won't, you won't be able to do your homework or anything. So high school was kind of crazy with that aspect. But so when I got into college, I changed up. I went from no organization to having organization. Mine's kind of simple. I think simplicity is what's best when it comes to school stuff. It's just easier to keep track of. You really don't, like, honestly, half the time I don't even need to pull anything out of my book bag, except when I need to do homework. Like, I don't have to keep track of like 5 binders and 3 notebooks and a composition book. The only thing sometimes I need to remember is just to bring the book to class. That's about it. So yeah, simplicity is really the key to staying on top of all of your stuff. And being on top of your stuff will help you stay organized and do well. I've noticed that being on top of everything has really significantly made me a better student. Now, I'm not saying that I was like, I was really dumb in high school or anything. I did okay in high school. I made A's. I even made D's, I'll be honest with you. These were mainly in some of my math classes. I'm not good at math, so anyways, I guess I'll show you the first thing. Now, I have 3 things I'm going to share with you guys. And the first one is literally, okay, I probably shouldn't use that. This is seriously my life. Like, if I didn't have this, I would never remember anything. And it's really simple. It's just a simple desk calendar. I got this at Walmart for like $5-6. And I'm sorry guys, this is blank because I'm not in school anymore. But I do have some stuff marked on here. But when in college, you know, professors give you they give you like a contract, which is your syllabus. Well, some of my professors call them contracts. It's like, sign your life away. Just kidding. Anyways, they would give you syllabus, and syllabi are really, normally really detailed. Like, ours were so detailed that it talked about weather policies on all of them. I think that was actually a school policy. You had to put that on your syllabus. Anyways. And a lot of professors, you know, you're on a tight schedule when you're in college because you have that class for 3 or 4 months and you need to get a whole bunch of stuff done in that amount of time. And so you might not have as many assignments. You might just have 3 tests. You might just have 3 papers like I did in my English class. Sorry, my dog's being weird. But it really just depends on the professor and the class. So a lot of professors, at least when I went to college, or where I go to college, they would send you the syllabus via email or Blackboard. Blackboard's just kind of like a, not software, but almost like an app on your college page, I guess. And you can find, I could get, you know, get my grades and syllabus and homework assignments on there, different stuff. You know, they would tell you to print it out. If they did that, I would immediately start to fill my calendar out with all the due dates, from tests to reading assignments to papers, and all that kind of stuff was on here. I really wish I could show you, but I'm not in school. And that's a really good way to stay organized because you can look at the calendar and see when things are due. Like Friday, oh, I have a test in this class, I have a quiz in this class, and I have homework due. Easy. Just go ahead and do that. I mean, you can just, by just even glancing at it, you can just look down to see what days you're busiest because you'll have more assignments that day. And when you're not that busy, just get it. You can easily get ahead because you're like, oh, I have 4 assignments due on this. I want to get ahead. And it's just a really good, it just gives you an overview of your entire month or week or day even. And I don't even use an agenda anymore, or a planner. Some people call them, we call them agenda. I call them an agenda. But because I have this, and most professors, most of the time, stick to the syllabus because, like, we're on a tight schedule and stuff. Unless, you know, we missed a whole week of school because of weather. We had crazy weather down here back February. That's right. Because I was stuck in an ice storm on Valentine's Day. I didn't even get to see my boyfriend on Valentine's Day. So, anyways, he was like, we were planning on, like, he was coming to visit me at school, and he couldn't because we were stuck in. But yeah, so dates rarely change. Usually, I mean, some things were pushed back, some things were pushed forward. It just, I mean, it's really easy to change it. You can just scribble it out or change it. I usually just put an area to where it would be. And this is also easy because you don't have to refer to your syllabus every time you go to do your homework. You have it on this. I mean, you could easily do a planner. This is just basically like a big planner. But just keeping it on my desk, because my desk is pretty much my area dedicated to school. I don't really do anything else there but schoolwork and paint my nails. So I have like a designated school area where I don't go to unless I'm in school. Anyways, it's over there, that's why I'm doing that. That's pretty much it about the calendar. And over here I would just keep like things that necessarily didn't have a due date, or like a checklist. Like I applied for like a program or something, a program type thing. I don't know really what to call it. And it was like a year process, like a school year like a whole school year, so like 2 semesters worth. I had a whole bunch of paperwork to fill out, and so like I would just write down for that month what kind of paperwork I need to do for that and stuff like that, or remember to study this, study that, study this, or whatever. Or even like if we had study sessions or something at school, that would go there too. But yeah, that's basically, this is my life. Every due date, everything, it's on here. I even have my menstrual cycle on here. That's a little bit too much information, but you know, it's life. Alright, the next thing is, the next 2 things are the things that I keep in my book bag. I don't know if you can hear me over the squeaking, but in my book bag. So the first thing is this. Now this is really a preference thing. This is what I found to be best for me. Hope I don't have any papers with my name on it, but this is just a notebook. This is a Mead 5-star 5-subject notebook. Most people in college only take about 5 classes anyways, and so you have one binder for all of one notebook for all of your classes, or you could do one huge binder for all your classes. I've seen people do that, but I just like the notebook method the best. So let's go to this section. This is just easier for me to keep track of, and I don't know, paper's already in here. Don't have to really buy any paper except for quizzes, and it's one thing I have to keep track of. Now, the only thing about it, if you forget this, you forget all your notes for one day, but I usually keep this in my book bag most of the time unless I'm studying or need to refer to it. But most professors do online notes, but I learn by writing down the information and listening to a lecture, and like the whole classroom experience is how I learn, like writing, listening, watching, all that. I have like a combination of all the learning styles, but it's easier for me to remember if I've written it down before, because like I kind of like, I don't know, never mind. Alright, anyways, okay, so anyways, I'll just talk to you about how I organize this. This is my modern Japan history class. Modern and history are kind of like an oxymoron, but anyways. So, up here, this would be the lecture slide, slideshow we were on, PowerPoint we were on, or the unit we were on, or even the chapter. That's what go over here is because you know, you would study certain chapters for certain tests, and that was the easiest to do that. And just keep track of if I like missed a day and I start a new unit and where to stop and start and stuff like that. And I usually date it just to keep track. Also, if I like miss school, easy to keep track of. Miss class. I gotta skip class sometimes. Anyways, and then right here, I keep, this is, most of my professors do PowerPoints. I've had 2 or 3 professors who just did straight up lecture, and so most of the time they would write the topic on the board, and then, so like this is like the topic, and this is all the information right here. Like, since this was class we had a slideshow, now a PowerPoint. This was the title, like the title, you know, the title of the slide that we were on. That's what goes here, and this is all the information. I bullet things, and I feel like to take notes in college, you have to be brief, and you have to be willing to shorten things, like words, using symbols and stuff. Like, I don't remember the last time I wrote out the word and. That's how I do and. I just kind of like will glance over the slide, and if it's kind of a longer sentence, I will try to chop it up as much as I can with it making sense. Some professors will write 3 words on a slideshow, and some professors will write 5 paragraphs. It's I like the in-between where you have enough information to understand what's going on, but not 3 words and then that's it. Like, because if you miss a day, you just see 3 words, you have to go look those words up. Anyways, that's the basis. And for this class in particular, we had vocabulary words, or keyword. I can't remember what he called them. He called them something, but key terms, not keywords, that we had to know to kind of, that we needed to know to kind of understand what was going on in the class, and that we would, a lot of these people and things we would refer back to like kind of understand why certain things happen because of the other thing that happened, like cause and effect type thing. And he would have those bolded and bolded. I think they were bolded, or they're either bolded or underlined in the PowerPoint, and I would just underline them, and then either during class or after class I would highlight them, and I could easily just go back and refer to them when I would have to make my flashcards. And that's another thing I do, which I should probably mention. I have a bunch of flashcards right here, actually. This is, what is this? I think this is my other history class. This is my US history class. Anyways, so I just make my flashcards, basically just have a topic on them, and it has all of the information I have in my slideshows, in the slideshows that they give us, and my notes, and that's all the information on there. Like, every piece of information I know about this topic goes on here. Some professors will give you study guides, some of them won't. Sometimes what I would do is get a sheet of paper and just do different topics, and then just kind of like write it out like a flashcard, but it wasn't really a flashcard, it was just a sheet of paper. If that makes any sense. But I like flashcards. The only thing about these are a pain in the butt to make. Like, these take hours to make. You could be fast at them and still take hours, especially because some classes I have like one test would have 100 flashcards, because you have a lot of information. But I think they're worth it, because when you're filling these out, you're kind of learning, because you're reading your note. Like for me, you're reading the notebook, you're writing it down, and then a lot of the times you're learning the information as you do this. Like George Kennan, this is the father of containment. He was a diplomat, believed U.S. needed to have an aggressive foreign policy. No, let's not do that one. What's this? Truman Doctrine. March 12th. I'm just reading how I write on here. March 12th, 1947. U.S. Police the world. U.S. active role in stopping the global spread of communism by supporting free people who are resisting attempted subjugation by armed minorities or by outside pressures. Excuse me. Can't read my own handwriting. But like, that's part of how I study, is just like I write down everything I know and all the information I have, and I make sure I know everything I've been given. And that's kind of just a thing. And also a good thing is to know, especially if you have essay questions, make sure that you can interpret things in your own words. Not just be able to regurgitate what's on the back of the flashcard and the notes, but just be able to connect things and be able to say things in your own words. And I think my philosophy is, if I can make somebody who has an IQ of 10 understand something, then I'm definitely good to go. I mean, that sounds really mean that I said that, but if you can dumb it down enough to where anybody, not even like somebody who doesn't even know anything about the subject, they can understand it, then you know it. So that's pretty much about the note-taking and studying. That's how pretty much how I study. Sometimes my notes really vary from class to class, but they usually stay around those guidelines. Well, not guidelines, but they usually stay about within that. But that's pretty much make sure I didn't have any of my names on there, but that's pretty much my notebook. And the last thing I'm going to show you is something that it goes along with the notebook, since I don't have a binder. It's this like an accordion type of file folder thing. Where did I get this from? Target or Walmart? I don't know. I think you find these everywhere. But basically, if you look in, these are for my classes this semester. I hope I don't have anything with my name. It has my name on it. Anyways, so you can see all my classes I have. Each class has its own little pocket. And what I put in here is homework assignments, handouts, worksheets, study guides, and I always keep a copy of my syllabus in here, which I don't know if I have one at the moment. I might have one for this class. Okay, sorry guys, I can't show you the syllabus because I was filming it and I realized there's this like contract thing on here with my university that I didn't notice. I was like holding it up to the camera, so that part's gonna be cut out. So if it's a little choppy, I do apologize. I just don't want you to know where I go to school because that's personal. Okay, so that's pretty much what's in here. So everything that isn't in my notebook goes in here. This just keeps everything in line. Sometimes this does get a little bit disorganized, but usually it's pretty organized. I mean, whatever doesn't go in my notebook just goes in here. And a lot of professors don't give a lot of handouts, and if they do, they make you print them off at home. Excuse me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So to basically sum up this, if you want to get down with the bare minimum in school, like actually take the class, just take a notebook and take a folder type thing to keep everything you can't fit in your notebook, and this is good to go. 2 things to take to class, and maybe your book, depending on the class. This versus if you're gonna do an individual. For one semester I did an individual notebook for each class, and that was no. And then I ended up doing a notebook for like my Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, and then one for my Tuesday, Thursday. And then I just was like, you know what? One notebook, that's it. And I'm good to go. Save a little bit of paper too. I had a lot of space. I mean, I would complain especially with carrying stuff. My book bag was always light, and I would always complain. I started complaining when I put my laptop in my book bag. I was like, oh my god, it's so heavy, but it wasn't. So, this is my system of organization. Now, I'm not the most organized person in the world. These are the 3 things that I use and have been using the past 2 years that have really, really helped me. And my grades improved like tremendously. And part of the reason is like, I think not due to the organization, but I enjoy college a lot. Classes are much more fun. They're more interesting, and you don't have to hear a lot of professors just kind of get straight to the point, and you don't have to hear blabber about random stuff, because teachers sometimes do that. But anyways, I really hope this was helpful for you, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Just remember, just make it simple. The less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to keep track of. So this is what I recommend. This is what I recommended to my sister. She really thought this was a good idea. I don't know if she did the whole one notebook thing, but she thought it was a good way. But anyways, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.